everyone. Magandang gabi. Today, we have someone na makapag-share naman ng kanyang interesting NCLEX journey and of course, no, to share some wisdom and possible best practices, of course, in terms of passing the next gen NCLEX. So, let me welcome ang ating second na mag-hope talk for this cycle. She's actually one of the newly recruited success coaches ng ating program. No? She's going to help our students and her fellow classmates soon with their own next-gen and next preparation. So, let's all welcome si Miss Daphne Ann Marupot. Hello, Daph.
Hi, sir. Good evening po.
Nice to see you again. Kamusta? How's everything? How are you?
Okay naman po, medyo inaantok pa. May shift pa ako later. And it's been a month po since I passed the NCLEX. So parang kahapon lang yata nag-sink in sa akin na yun na nga USRN na ako. Kasi yung envelope po na pinapadala na galing sa New York, kaka-receive ko lang yesterday. Actually, sa
Mm.
bahay po namin sa Cavite. I'm currently staying here in Metro Manila. So, di ko pa siya nakikita, pero yun nga, nasa dad ko na po siya. Sabi ko, ay, yan na po yata yung ano ko, yung, kumbaga, registration or yung license ko nga galing sa New York.
Is it the parcel? Yung parang
Opo,
diploma yon
opo,
na
opo.
did they open it na or inantay ka niya lang buksan yun?
Dadalin po ng dad ko dito. Baka
I,
this weekend.
I see, that's nice. O mag-unboxing ka ng iyong parchment. I saw some, ano, no, sa TikTok, yung mga iba na nakakarinig na gano'n, no? It's actually, well, when I received mine naman, no, like years ago, yung parcel ko is, kinikilig ako when opening the envelope. It's a big envelope kasi malaki yung diploma. So, lang, it's nakakilig yun. It was a special moment. So, for sure, no, cherish mo din yung pag-unbox mo ng iyong parchment naman. Yan.
Yes, soon
Ipa-frame
po.
na yan. Anyway, so of course, before we start with our formal conversation, there's something that you can say about you personally and professionally so that your classmates and viewers can know you a little bit better naman.
Hi everyone, I'm Daphne Ann Marukot. I'm currently working as a QA in a BPO company, but before that, I was an ICU nurse for almost 2 years. And I also worked as a research assistant in Philippine General Hospital. Before that was my first work. And currently, I'm enjoying my work and I've been staying here in this BPO company for 4 years old.
4 years? Matagal ka na dyan.
Yes po, bago pa mag-pandemic.
I see. So is it related pa sa mga utilization or coding?
Yun po, related siya sa nurses as well. We're assisting the nurses in the US and paano ko ma-explain? We're also, kumbaga, we're taking care of patients but more on, syempre nakaharap kami sa computer and
Mm.
we're requesting certain records for the patients. Yun po, more on ganun siya.
Is it somehow related to nursing informatics or iba siya?
Apo, yeah. Nursing informatics, yeah.
I see. Actually, no, it's one of the areas ng ating field, no. Kasi yung nursing kasi is not just hindi siya limited into bedside and education lang, no. It evolves
Yes, opo.
actually. And for those of you, no, who are, kasi sometimes hindi maiwasan na, there are some nurses na, I actually talked to a couple of nurses na hindi na sila masyadong interested into going back bedside, but they want to practice their profession in some areas na hindi directly involved with bedside. And nursing informatics is one. Actually, it's a popular branch of nursing in the US, especially, well, dito
Yes
sa
po.
Pilipinas, we have a
Yeah.
lot of, how to call this, CPO yata yung tawag doon, DAF, no? Kung dito sa
Yes po.
Philippines, yung gano'n.
Yes po, CPO. Yeah.
There are a lot of CPOs and they offer programs and, well, actually, mas malaki yung kita pag USRN ka, pag nagsi-CPO ka sa Philippines, correct?
Yes po. Yeah.
Oh, oh,
Yes po.
it's exponentially way higher than what you are getting, no? So for those na wanting to evolve their career, ayan. So, ayan, pag naging USRN kayo, you really have a lot of options on where you can practice your profession. I mean, we have Daphne here. So, CPO, and then you've been working there, tapos nag-ICU ka ng matagal din. So, what made you decide to shift from bedside into CPO?
It's because of mainly of salary po talaga. Diba, way back 2019 kasi po ako nag-start sa sa CPO. Yung salary talaga ng nurses here in the Philippines, I can say na hindi talaga totally makakaipon. And of course, we have bills to pay and hindi lang bills, of course, you need to enjoy work-life balance. And I believe on that. So, yun. And I have plans po. I have greater plans. Isa na tong NCLEX, of course. You need to, gusto ko kasi po sana DIY. And since sabi nga nila, if I tried iPass processing, mas, yun nga, seamlessly yung pag-process ng mga requirements. So, yun po. Kaya, nag-try na rin ako sa iPass. And, of course, you need to save nga po. And hindi lang siya, kumbaga, ang realistically speaking, hindi lang siya case-to-case basis and cash-to-cash basis din talaga ang labanan, di ba? And if you're trying to apply abroad, you really need money pa din. And simpleng request ng, kunyari, request ka ng records mo sa school, sa PRC, you still need money. So, yon. And I'm also very keen po kasi ako sa pagbabudgeting and I really wanted to achieve both savings, both planning for my career, and of course, yung sa bills natin. And yun nga, since I love traveling as well, nag-set aside din ako kahit paano. And hindi lang naman tayo, work lang ng work, di ba po? So, we need to also enjoy and relax. Yan po.
Mm.
Kaya ako nag-shift. And I also wanted to be independent din po. To practice independence and to, ewan ko po, basta may mga, ano po talaga ako, may mga plans and goals ako sa life. So, yun. Kaya din po ako nag-opt to CPO for now.
Totoo yun, no? I really like what you said. Sometimes kasi it's not just yung case-to-case basis nga, but cash-to-cash basis din. It's one of
True.
the realities and
Yes po.
practicalities ng ginagawa natin. Kasi I always say this, no, sa mga students natin na at some point kasi, those of you who are working in your NCLEX journeys, at some point, you are privileged enough to have the financial capacity and opportunity to process yung documents ninyo. Kasi number one, tama yun, sinabi ni Daphne, the mere idea that you're going to request for your documents sa school, magkano agad yung gagastusin mo doon?
Yes po.
Especially especially for example, if your school is sa probinsya and you're somewhere else na, and
Opo.
yung expenses for the eligibility application ninyo, magastos yun. You're going to pay for your review, di ba?
Ayun po.
Then for example, mag-exam ka somewhere else, no? You're going to pay for the hotel, di ba? Ang dami, no? Ang dami. And tama yung sinasabi nila, yung for you to be able to do what you want to, like yun nga, yung sabi mo na you have to have that good work-life balance. Yeah. Siguro I'm also leaning towards that idea of yours, no? Kasi yung license kasi ninyo, itong USRN license ninyo can really open a lot of opportunities. I mean, me, no? Talking about me, I had this opportunity to work with iPass because of my license. Kasi if hindi naman ako naging USRN, I would not be here. Diba? So, ganda yan. Ganda yan, no? Ayan. So, so, you're enjoying your work dito sa company mo. So, what made you decide naman to jump into NCLEX?
So, ito na nga po yung matagal ka na dream. Kasi po, before I decided to have nursing as my course, bago ako mag-college, my ultimate goal is to go to the US, to work there as a nurse, since nandun po yung aunt ko, who is my inspiration to become a nurse as well. And of course, she provided me feedback na, ayun nga, maganda dito sa US and all. So, yeah, I decided po to take up nursing kahit talagang ang ultimate inner childhood dream ko is to become a teacher. Alam niyo po yan, Sir Mark. So, yun. Sabi ko, okay, I wanted to go to the US to be a nurse and pwede ka din namang maging teacher. As a nurse, you can be an educator, clinical instructor. There are many ways on how you can be a teacher. You can be a coach, which is currently, yun nga po, I applied here in IPAS to be an ad hoc coach. So this is the initial step for me. So yun po. Mm-mm.
When I was talking to Daphne, during my interview, is like, yun talaga, she really wanted to teach. Sabi ko, okay, if hindi man tupad yung plano mo to become a teacher kasi nag-nurse ka, so para siyang hybrid, kumbaga ng iyong gusto na you are a nurse, tapos, kasi itong coaching na para na lang din kayo nag-educate yan eh. Kasi you're guiding people, no? You're guiding yung
Yes
students
po.
ninyo. Well, not necessarily you're giving them lectures, but at some point kasi yung guidance na binibigay ninyo is like, ano na rin yun, parang you're educating them actually on what to do, on how to
Yes
do with
po.
their time management, on where to focus on. It's a really higher level of education at some point. No? Hindi lang siya directly nagtuturo, but it's a different kind. No? For sure, no? You are a very patient person kasi gusto mo maging teacher.
Yes po. Kat maaari. Kahit nga po sa current work ko, pag nagko-coach sa mga nurse associates o sa mga agents, hindi ko sila tinatantanan hanggang din nila nakukuha yung sinasabi ko. So yeah, siguro po yun talaga. If you have sabi nga nila, if you're going to find a job, meron ka talagang job na kasi yun yung profession mo and you have to find yung job na yung passion mo. So I think I find it now kaya I'm really enjoying my current job po.
I see. That's nice. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I'm really looking forward to those students you're going to coach though soon. For sure, they're in good hands. And si Sir Ralph isa dun. And anyway, enough though. So when you are planning to start with your NCLEX, how did you came across IPAS and why did you decide to choose IPAS as a review? I mean, what made you, ayun nga, what are the reasons kung bakit medyo napusuan mo yung IPAS in terms of processing and the review? Or I'm curious to know.
Actually, I have a colleague po before sa ICU. He is also a USRN. Hindi ko na lang po sabihin yung name. Naka-work ko siya sa ICU and then tinanong ko siya, in-interview ko siya, saan bang best magpa-assist ng mag-process ng requirements to the US, saan pwede mag-review, ganyan. Sabi niya, iPass. Sabi ko, okay, pa-share naman ng link, sabi ko sa Hana. So, yun, siya he's currently in the US na. And he is also an NCLEX coach, pero hindi po siya sa iPass. So, pero sabi niya yan na maganda. Maganda ang feedback ng IPA. So, you try sending your requirements. You inquire on them. So, kaya IPAS ang napili.
That's nice. Nagko-coach din pala siya sa ibang students, no? So at least, no, di ba? Nakapag-ano tayo, nakapag-produce tayo ng other coaches naman. So yeah. Okay, so eto na. So you started with your processing, tapos enroll ka na sa iyong review. So ayan. Can you tell us, or like, kwentuhan mo kami on how did you do yung iyong NCLEX preparation? No? How long? Yan palagi yung question ng karamihan dito is gaano katagal. They're really curious kasi the feedback that they get from the passers, minsan kasi ginagawa nilang benchmark yun in their own preparation. So, yun muna, Daphne, how long did you prepare for the exam? And how did you plan yung NCLEX review mo?
Nung pandemic kasi 2020, doon ako nagre-reflect. What are my plans na ba? Kasi I tried applying as well in other countries such as UK, Australia, Canada. And din nga po sabi ko, it's cash to cash basis pa din talaga. Sabi ko, since ang goal ko naman talaga is to become a USRA, mag-NCLEX na kaya ako. So that was 2021. And then, nung 2022 po, that was Feb yata or March, I tried inquiring na po sa IPAS and then yun na, nagsend ako requirements and all and then waiting for my eligibility. So while waiting for my eligibility, yun nga, sabi ng tita ko na nasa US, as much as possible, you review 6 months para masabing talagang fully prepared ka. And sabi ko naman, kailan kaya makakarating yung eligibility ko? Parang that time yata po, it's 7 to 9 months yung waiting. Sabi niya, ayun, at least, di ba, matagal ka magpre-prepare. But that time, nagtanong ako dun sa IPAS Online Mentoring Academy. 1 year daw yung validity. So sabi ko, hindi ako sure kung kailan magdarating yung eligibility. So I'll try my best to review on my own. So yung mga notes ko po ng college, na-review ko siya. And ang ginamit ko nun po is yung luma pang Saunders and Lippincott. That was 2015 and 2016 po yat na version pa. And then, nung dumating na ng September, po yun working pa din po ako nun. So, pag may spare time lang ako, dun lang ako nakaka-review. So, parang, just to, parang warm up. Ganyan. Yun yung 2022 is year ng aking warm up sa review para ma-refresh ako sa mga topics. And then, nagsabi na rin po ako sa former boss ko na, boss, I'll be requesting for a leave for like 1 month. Sabi ko sa kanya, kasi feeling ko hindi ako papayagan po ng more than a month. Sabi niya, sige, ano bang so you'll be taking NCLEX. So, ramdam niya po kagad na kasi nga 1 month. So, sabi ko, yes po, boss. Sabi ko sa kanya. Okay, sige, sige. And then, come June po yata, or basta sometime there, yung dalawa lang po kasi kaming QA that time. So, growing pa kasi yung namin, yung account namin. Buntis po kasi siya, so magma-maternity leave siya. So, sabi ko, kung magli-leave na ako at wala pa yung eligibility ko, parang nagdadalawang isip ako kasi baka sayang yung 1 year, baka, alam mo, hindi pa po ako hindi pa ako fully prepared tapos na yung 1 year ko sa IPAS. So, kailangan mag-prepare ako well. And of course, I need to save kasi pag nag-leave ako, ano po yun, like a month, no pay siya. So, isa rin yun sa mga pinrepare ko. I need to save pa that time. And then, ang isa ko pa kailangan gawin, so parang ang daming delays bago ako makapag-enroll sa IPAS. Kailangan pa po namin mag-train ng isa pang QA. So, he will be the backup. So, may nakuha naman po kami, but it takes like 3 months para siya ay masabing kahit paano, fully independent na to work as QA. So, nung nakapag-train na kami, so yun nga, nag-maternity leave na siya. So, kami na lang dalawa. Nagpaalam po sa akin yung backup QA na by next year, he will be going to the US na since spouse visa siya ng wife niya. So, we need to look again for another backup QA. So, parang sabi ko, ano ba to? Way ba to ni God to tell me na delay mo muna ang pag-review. You save more. Parang ganyan. Kasi nga po, alam mo yun, no, maternity leave, nag-train ng isang backup QA, aalis din siya, so we need to look again, mag-hire na, mag-interview na naman kami ng applicant for another QA. And then, sinabi ko sa boss ko na, since paalis siya, I'm requesting for another 2 backup QAs. So, bali, para 3 na sila, and para kung mag-leave man yung isa, at least wala, hindi magkakaroon po ng problem. And nag-agree naman po yung bago ng boss ko yun, yung bagong boss ko. Sabi, okay, sige, go. But boss, I wanted to have a leave na, please, by December. Kasi gusto ko na mag-leave. Tapos sabi niya, okay lang naman. Yun nga lang, I'm thinking about your 13th month. Sayang din naman daw po kasi kung 13th month kasi every December. Sabi ko, nga naman, practically speaking, okay, sige po. And then, humirit pa po siya nung by January, sabi niya, sabi ko po, by January, kailangan ko na mag-review. Kasi December po ako nag-enroll sa IPAS. So, kung December, from January to November, anytime there, pwede na ako mag-take ng exam. Sakop na. Dapat kailangan makapag-exam na ako. Kasi na-receive ko po ang eligibility ko September 24, 2022. Kaya medyo nangangarag na ako, kinakabahan na ako. Sabi ko, but parang nakipressure, gusto ko na mag-exam, gusto ko na mag-review. And then by December, humirit ulit yung boss ko. Sabi niya, Dav, can you have leave na lang ng mga third week ng January? Sabi ko, delay na naman, Lord. Bakit ganon? Parang di natutuloy yung review ko. Then sabi ko, kasi boss, ano na ako nag-enroll na ako. It's just a 1 year validity. So, gusto ko na rin pong mag-start. Sabi niya, yeah, I understand. Pero, I understand din naman po, since working ako, na kailangan matrain ko muna yung 3 bago. And syempre, medyo nakakonsensya ako. So, kailangan, okay po, sige. Pero nakipag-deal ako sa kanya na, can I have po na, ang shift ko is 12 midnight to 9 a.m. na lang. Kasi 9 hours po yung pasok namin. Kasi yung klase po sa IPAS, it's 8 p.m. to 12 midnight. So, yun, kaya nga sir, nung malapit ako mag-exam, diba, humingi ako sa inyo ng letter na I need to review and all. Kasi, pinayagan naman po ako, nakapag-leave ako ng like 3 to 4 months. Pero sa 3 to 4 months na yon, marami ding nangyari. Of course, we have personal issues in life. Pero tapos ko naman yung lectures, nakapag second round din po ako ng review. Kasi 'di ba, ayun nga po, sabi ng mga educators like ni Sir J, kailangan para ma-retain mo yung information na pinag-aaralan mo, it must be repeated thrice. So, yun. Nagawa ko naman po ng 2 beses. Yun nga. So, after nun, ayun, napayagan naman ako. And, yung ika-second month ko, I tried to review na yung roadmap. But, yung notes ko kasi, nag-notes po ako ng apple-to-apple comparison kung ano ba yung difference? May difference ba din sa lectures ni Ma'am Rosana, ni Sir J, dun sa roadmap? And then kung may pagkakaiba doon, I tried to search for it dun sa mga resources ko. And I suggest you need to have like 3 resources lang as much as possible. And I use UWorld, La Charity, and yung sa Moodle natin. Yun po, yung roadmap din. So, yun. And yun nga po, nung napayagan na ako, kailangan ko nang bumalik nag-start kasi po ako Feb eh. Sabi ko sa boss ko, Feb na lang po ako, sige mag-leave talaga. So, Feb, March, April, mga bandang April, nag-chat na po sa akin si IPAS. Sabi ng IPAS, if I want to schedule my exam na. Sabi ko, sige, let's see. Gusto ko po kasi sana by May, June, or July. July na yung pinakamatagal. Ma-schedule yung exam ko sana. And then, ayun, ano na, ATT and all. Tapos, nung nag-respond sa akin yung IPAS, I was expecting na siguro August, baka pwede pa. Pero chinek ko, walang June, walang July, walang August, walang September, and the only month na available is October. Sabi ko, parang ano, ito na naman yung another delay. Ito na naman yung another delay. Tapos, parang ano, ang tagal nung burden sa akin na from 2022 pa ako nagre-review. Ito na naman tayo. So, sabi nga, nag-share ako kay Ma'am Jamie po since she's my coach. And then kasama ko sa GC si Sir Sylvester. Sabi ni Sir Sylvester, yun nga, baka way nga ni God na mag-review ka pa. Sabi nga nun, mag-review ka pa, and since yun, yung savings mo nabawasan na kasi nga hindi ka na pumasok ng ilang months. So, bumalik po talaga ako ng work. So, doon, medyo at least, I can be able to, ano na, to review yung Q-banks, ganyan. And kung may ma-miss akong mga topics, binabalikan ko siya, tapos nagsulat-sulat na rin ako sa wall para kahit paano yung photographic memory ko gumana sa exam. Yun lang siguro sa akin. Ang difference lang sa akin is sobrang tagal ng aking preparation sa point of view ko ha. Pero I realized na when I took the exam on October 16, naramdam ko talaga po na ako ay ano, fully prepared. And it's parang ano, it's time talaga. And nakapag-decide ako na October 16 ako magte-take. Sabi ko, nung nakita ko kasi yung October, okay. So, nakita ko October the 13th. 13th kasi is Friday. So, parang yung tipong pag may pinaghahandaan ka po, parang nagiging mapamahiin ka na. Ay, ayoko. Ayoko ng Friday. Sige, 16 na lang. October 16. And, syempre, mag-ask man time. Sabi ko, sige, 7 a.m. 16 po yung pinili ko kasi my mother's birthday is October 22. So, parang ano na, parang positive thinker na kailangan. Papasa ako niyan, advance birthday gift sa kanya. So, yun nga po, lumabas yung result ng exam. Medyo kinakabahan ako that time. Kasi supposed to be October 18 or 19 na labas. Pero wala, nag-message sa akin po yung IPAS na there's something wrong. Maintenance? System maintenance dun sa, sa site ng NCSBN. So, 20 lumabas yung result. And then 22. So, yun nga po, it's a great birthday gift sa mom ko.
Ang cute, no? So, for sure, no? Nung lumabas yung result mo, sobrang tuwang-tuwa yung mama mo. Kasi nga, yun yung pa-birthday gift mo sa kanya, no?
Opo, yes po. Na ano pa nga siya. Pinabasa ko pa nga, di pa nga niya nabasa. Malabo na yung mata, Zoom pa. Tapos sabi niya, sir, pasado ka na. But that was October 20. 22
Mm.
yung birthday. Which is, ano po, talagang best birthday gift para
Ah.
po kay mama. Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. Okay, so ito to kasi you're doing night shift to from 12 p.m. to 9 a.m. Tapos yung aral mo is from 8 to 12. So how did you manage to juggle yung work and review mo given na ganun yung ganun yung work schedules mo naman? Kasi marami sa mga classmates mo are it's one of the challenge really of students reviewing for the NCLEX kasi majority like 95% of the students no are working and reviewing at the same time. So it's always a common challenge kung paano i-juggle yung work and review at the same time. So, ikaw, how did you manage to balance them out? Tapos, siguro, what are the best practices that you think you did para maging mas productive ka despite you working in the evening?
Siguro, you need to have be strict to yourself and self-discipline din po talaga in time management. And you really have to rest well and eat nutritious foods talaga. Kasi it will really affect you. Mas preferred ko po kasi talaga na mag-review pagkagising ko talaga. Every time I wake up, gusto ko mas ma-absorb ko yung information compared dun sa after ng work. Same goes din po pag halimbawa may gagawin akong chores sa bahay, lalaba, ganyan. I prefer po mag-review muna bago gumawa ng gawaing bahay. Kasi mas fresh yung siguro mas fresh yung brain ko, mas feel ko na naiintindihan ko yung mga yung mga concepts. So, pagkagising ko like siguro po 2 hours before before the lecture gumigising na ako. So that was 6 p.m. ganyan, 6 to 7 p.m. Then nagpe-prepare na po ako for the review classes. And then, may times, siguro pag mga 5 p.m., ganyan, 4 p.m., nag-notes na po ako. Kunyari, yung mga hindi ko na, syempre pa, nag-screenshot lang tayo at times. So, minsan nakakalimutan ko, so iba, nilalagay ko na sa notebook ko, and then hanggang sa makatatlong notebooks ako na malalaki. So, lahat po talagang sinulat ko siya. Kasi parang minsan parang ginagawa ko po, kinakausap ko pa yung sarili ko habang nagsusulat, tinuturuan ko yung sarili ko. Parang mas matatandaan ko siya. So, yun. And then, so, may times, di ba, 8 to 12, may talaga nag-OT tayo sa review classes. Pag hindi na po kaya, ay kailangan ko na mag-log in. Nag-team replay na lang din po ako hanggang sa matapos. So, kung ano yung hindi ko natapos on that day, pagka tapos ng shift ko, pwede kong i-notes o pwede kong panoorin ulit or matutulog muna ako and then saka ako siya gagawin. So, wala naman po akong parang talagang techniques, basta as much as possible every day I'm reviewing. Yung pahinga ko lang po is, for example, I have to do groceries, ganyan. Gusto kong like may bonding, may birthday sa amin. Yun, pero kumbaga yun lang po yung mga yung pahinga ko talaga. But as much as possible, kahit 10 to 30 minutes, nagre-review ako pag sobrang pagod. Kasi of course, sa work namin, we also do OTs at times pag kailangan, as needed talaga siya. So, yun yung mga panahon na hindi ako makapag-review. Minsan manonood lang ako, kunyari, ng mga videos. Minsan sa TikTok pa nga po ako nanonood doon ng mga topics. Yung mga talagang, kailangan, you also know the credibility ng mga binabasa at pinapanood mo. So, yun po ang ginagawa ko. Talagang time management, self-discipline, and motivation din talaga. You need to find anything that will motivate you. Or kung your family, your children, or balak mong mag-travel soon, gusto mo pumunta like me, gusto ko pumunta ng South Korea, gawin mo siyang motivation, gusto mo bumili ng bagong phone, set it as your motivation. Kahit ano naman yan. And make your own strategies talaga. And you will figure it out kapag yung mga test-taking strategies, you will figure it out once you do Q-Banks. Q-Banks, like, ako kasi po ang sagutan ko yata ang Q-Banks, more than 3,000 questions. Talagang, inano ko siya, kahit 10 per day, and you need to give time for rationalization. So, yun, isa po yun sa struggle ko, yung rationalization. Tapos na, parang ayoko nang basahin yung rationalization. But Ma'am Rosana gave us a technique na pag tama naman yung sagot mo, no need to read it. Basahin mo lang yung mali ka kung saan ka nagkamali. But may times po kasi, pakiramdam ko, tama yung sagot ko kasi hinulaan ko lang. Binabasa ko pa din siya just to make sure bakit ba ako tama dito. So, yun, hindi ako, kahit alam ko na rin yung topic, hindi rin ako mapakampante. And pag nagsagot rin kayo ng questions, mga Q-banks, ganyan, you'll also know your weaknesses. Kasi during my exam, kung saan ako mahina, alam ng computer kung saan kayo mahina. Yun yung napansin ko. Like, yung mga 1 to 11 questions, random siya, random topics. So, merong sa gatong body system, may gantong sakit, ganyan. Pagdating ko ng question number 12, ramdam ko na siguro yung sagot ko dun sa 1 to 11 na yun. Mali yung topic na yun kasi alam ko ang dun ako mahina. So, yun yung binigay niya sa akin. Dun sa, parang every 10th item, hanggang sa mag-85, hanggang matapos po siya, laging may ganong topic. And even my case studies, kung saan ako mahina, yun yung lumabas din. So, you have to really, as much as possible, reviewin nyo lahat. And never forget the fundamentals of nursing. Minsan, nakakalimutan natin, focus tayo sa cardio, kasi mga ECG, MI, ganyan. Cushing's disease, kasi yun yung usual na topic talaga na natin, na dinidiscuss during our review. Pero pagdating nyo doon, expect the unexpected. May mga sakit na hindi mo na pag-aralan pero lalabas. Patanong pa, ano ba to? Isipin, saan ba natin to? Ano kayong body part? You'll never know. And one of my experiences during my exam po talaga, yung sa case study, parang 8 case studies yun. Tapos, yung mga questions doon, parang syempre, i-figure out mo kung anong disease. Pag next mo, alam mong mali yung sagot mo. So, parang nakaka-demotivate. Sabi ko, ano ba yan? Mali, mali na naman yung sagot ko. Parang 3 times pong nangyari sa akin. Kaya akala ko talaga nung nag-stop sa 85 yung ano ko, yung exam ko. Feeling ko bumagsak ako kasi mali yung ano ko, mali yung hula ko kung anong sakit yun. It's so random po. Ayun, pero pagka ganon, sabi ko, ay, it's either magsasolve ka na lang or pupush mo pa yung exam. So, ang ginawa ko, sige, ano na lang, bawi na lang ako kung ano yung mga signs and symptoms, yung mga treatments, ganyan. And yung mga case studies, parang buong screen ko, punong-puno ng words na parang nakakatamad na siyang basahin. But ay ano talaga, I use my time talaga wisely. Yun nga po, reminder sa akin ni Ma'am Jamie. Kasi noon, nung kina-coach na ako, ang bilis ko magsagot. Kahit case study, kailangan within 1 minute. Ini-scan ko lang po talaga yung question. Sabi niya, wag mong gagawin yan kasi you really have to. Kasi baka may tricky ano doon, tapos sinagot mo, ito kagad, letter A. So, syempre, pag nakita mo doon na hindi mo makapansin yung mga tricky words, eh, malay mo, not included pala yung tanong, mga ganyan. So, you really have to read it word per word, be careful, and give time for yourself to understand the question. So, yun talaga yung ginawa ko po sa exam. Talagang binasa ko siya. Pero parang nawalan ako ng, parang na-dead na, bigla akong nasad bigla nung 3 beses na mali yung sagot ko. Pagka next ko, mali yung sagot ko. Sabi ko, ano ba to? So yan, tapos nag-stop. Parang hindi pa nag-stop eh. Ika-73rd item na question, nag-blue screen pa siya. So, nung nag-blue screen siya, kinabahan ako kasi baka paulitin sa akin sa umpisa. Baka po kasi pag ano, kasi kailangan daw i-hard reset. In-inform ko yung as a person view staff na, ma'am, ako. Tapos sabi niya, nag-blue screen lang ba mo? Sabi ko, oo, nag-blue screen po. Tapos yun, sabi niya, ma'am, kailangan to i-hard reset. So, itong time na yun, medyo kinakabahan ako, baka paulitin sa akin to. Ano na pa, yung momentum ko pa naman, patapos na nasa 70 na ako, tapos baka ipaulit sa akin. Tapos parang yung itsura po nung staff sa person review, she's like, medyo, alam niyang worried ako pagkabalik ko. Pero pagka-open ko naman, tinanong niya ako bago niya, habang ongoing po yung pag-hard reset. Ma'am, kailan siya nag-stop? Pang ilang items? Sabi ko parang 73 po. Tapos, ilan na po yung remaining hours? 3 hours and 20 minutes po. Yata, sabi ko yan. Tapos sinusulat niya po dun sa whiteboard and yung gamit niya yung pen ko. Tapos nung pagkabalik naman, sabi ko, ay, okay, buti naman. Same pa din. Same pa din na ano siya. Same item, same remaining hours, ganyan. And nung nag-80 na, parang bumalik po kasi yung staff. Akala ko, sabihin sa akin, ma'am, kailangan niyo po ulitin yung, akala ko po yun yung sasabihin niya. Yun pala, sabi niya, ay ma'am, sorry, your break will be delayed lang po, mga ilang minutes, kasi nag-stop yung computer mo, nag-restart tayo. Sabi ko, okay po, okay lang. Sabi ko, okay, akala ko, there's something wrong dun sa, ano ko, sa exam ko. And then, right after that, nakita ko 80 na, nasa 80th item na ako. Doon na po ako nag-palpitate. Napapause ako like mga 1 minute. Sabi ko, magpo-pause ba to? Hindi. Magpo-pause ba to sa 85 o hindi? Ayan, tas, nung sabi ko, nag-pray muna ako saglit, sabi ko, ikaw na Lord bahala. Kung mag-stop man to sa 85, okay po, para makauwi na rin ako agad. Pero kung mag-proceed pa to, more than 85, okay lang din po, para more chances of failing. Tapos, yun, medyo nalimutan ko na nasa 80 plus na ako na items. And then, bigla na lang nag-black yung screen ko. Sabi ko, parang natanggal yung tinik ko. Sabi ko, nag-stop ng 85. Siya na talagang binilis ako. Tinaas ko kagad yung kamay ko. At sabi niya, nag-stop na. And then, inassist na po ako na yung mga sa survey, ganyan. And then, bago po ako umalis, nung nakalabas na ako ng testing room, tinanong ko ulit yung staff. Sabi ko, ma'am, will my score be affected dun sa nangyari kanina? Sabi niya, ay ma'am, hindi naman po. Kasi same item, same remaining hours. So, okay po. Sige, sige. So, para lang makampante ako kasi po baka magkaroon ng problem. Pero hindi naman daw, which is yun po. And, tawag nito, yeah, medyo at that time, actually, nung exam, nung bago po ako umakyat, hindi, parang relax lang po ako kasi naantok ako that time. Kaya nagkape pa ako noon. And then, pero nung nasa taas na ako, umakyat na kami, lahat ng nakapila doon, parang, Gumanon lahat sila. So, sabi ko, hindi lang pala talaga ako yung parang na nakaka-feel ng anxiety bago mag-exam. Which is, yun po, talagang, I think, prayer. Prayer is
Mm.
yung pinaka sandata mo for the unknown.
Kailan ka nga ulit PNLE?
Local po, 2015 po. 2015.
2015. And
Mm.
for the ano no, for the interest of those who are with us right now, Daphne is actually top 9. Di ba?
Tagal na po yun.
No, I mean, si Daphne was top 9 sa local boards noong 2015. She's one of the, yeah, she's one of the top 10. Kasama siya doon, no? So, when I saw yung resume kasi ni Daphne, sabi ko, oh, wow, I mean, a lot of students natin dito sa IPAS is, you really have a lot of, alam mo yun, very interesting and solid backgrounds. I mean, like, I mean, kahapon, Miss Cecil was pioneer yun ng, nung Fatima, di ba? And the oldest, I think like Spasser na meron tayo, she was 64 years old nung pumasa. And then right now,
Wow.
oh, yes, 64 years old pero pumasa ng NCLEX. And right now, ito si
Mm-mm.
Daphne, ayun, so top 9 yan ng local board. So, ayun. I mean, siguro, feeling mo ano ba? That kind of accomplishment kasi is at some point kasi yon it will be credited to your study habits nung nag-aaral ka. And siguro it's innate na yun sa atin. Whenever we have those study habits talaga, is nakaka-carry on yun sa mga other things na similar na activity like this one. Kasi when you reviewed for the local boards, of course, no, um, study habits really played a huge role in your accomplishment. And etong NCLEX mo, study habits. And so do you think yung nakakasanayan mo na study habits noon really influence yung ginawa mo this time for your NCLEX naman?
Ay, yes po. I really agree on that. Kasi nung I have a clinical instructor before that she mentioned, while you are in school pa, you try to memorize everything. So sa akin, parang sabi ko, memorize everything, makakalimutan ko din naman yan in the future. Parang ganun yung sa isip ko. But it really helped po. Kung ano kasi yung, kailangan kasi, you need to build the foundation talaga sa studies. Kahit kung may nakikinig po ngayon na mga students pa, you try to build yourself today. Kailangan mag-review kayo, i-memorize yung lahat, memorize plus analyzation kasi you cannot apply, you cannot understand the scenario if you don't have the idea on a certain topic. So, siguro nakahelp po yun. And I also go back to my lectures po. Yung mga notes ko, talagang tinago ko din siya. Yung books ko, yun nga lang, hindi na siya updated na 2023, 2022. So, 2011, 2014 pa yung ano niya. But yung notes ko po kasi, it's really helpful. Magagamit mo talaga siya in the future. And I really treasure my notebooks. Nandun pa rin sila. Kaya yung mga notes ko, while having the lecture sa IPAS, kino-compare ko po siya, pati yung notes ko nung college. Sabi ko, okay. So ngayon, mas naintindihan ko na yung topic before. Hindi ko na-gets dati. Ngayon, naunawaan ko na. And yun po, ang favorite ko kasi nun talaga is maternal and child health. So, ngayon, parang nag-iba na. Nag-iba na yung ano ko, hindi na maternal and child health. Parang mas trip ko na po yung psych topics ngayon. So parang yun, you can really use your notes, you can really, kahit sabihin na na nakalimutan mo siya, but you're familiar. You're familiar with the topics. Kahit wala ka pang, like, di ka pa licensed as nurse here in the Philippines. But still, nag-aral ka talaga, nagsumikap ka, to really pass your subjects, mareretain talaga siya. Hindi, kumbaga, I cannot say na hindi ako nahirapan mag-review. Nahirapan din po talaga ako mag-review kasi of course, ilang years na rin yung nakalipas, talagang ang dami ko ding nakalimutan, kaya ang dami ko rin pong sinulat. Hindi ko pa rin siya tinatanggal for my fiance para makita din niya na andyan pa rin yung mga topic sa sinulat ko. Yeah, ano po, talagang mahirap pa din because yun nga, our brain cells changes as time goes. So kailangan talaga para tawag ito, hindi mangalawang ang ating utak. We need to study, keep on learning, kumbaga. So yun, it really helps po yung sa sa
Mm,
mga
that's
notes
true,
ko.
no? I totally agree. I mean, palalo sinasabi na siguro parang silang plaka na, but I always mention about neuroplasticity, yung issue na yun, kasi it's always
Mm.
a challenge for adult learners, no? I mean, tulad
Yes
sa
po,
atin, but
oo.
totoo din yun, no? Kasi it's like yung learnings na nagawa mo like from years back pa, parang ano yan eh, para siyang naipon, kumbaga, na parang de-deposit mo yun na learning that you can, at some point kasi, just siguro probably how memory works kasi, yung pag may konting na-recall yan, may trigger yan on pulling out kumbaga yung memory na yun. No? That's the purpose of the review. No? Actually, I think it's si Mark Klimek yung nag-mention nito na the way we should see review, tulad nito, review center, from the word itself, review. You are viewing it again. Kasi nga, naaral mo na yun. So, siguro, no, it's one thing that we should keep in mind that this type of activity na ginagawa natin ngayon, this is to refresh you with the things na dapat nating maaral ulit. Kasi nga, naaral na natin ito eh.
Opo.
No? So, we are trying to help you out again to familiarize yourself with the concepts, no mga little details na dapat malaman sa mga business processes and stuff, mga ganun. So, yeah, I think it's Mark Lim who mentioned on how we perceive yung review na activity, review. I mean, tingnan mo ulit, parang ganun, no? Yung Tagalog translation pa. And
Yes
dito,
po.
no, na-mention ni Sir Fred about Kaizen. Totoo yun, no? It's a Japanese concept, yung Kaizen na yan. It's really works wonders in terms of improvement. No? Kasi parang ang concept niyan is, although hindi ganon kalaki, kumbaga yung improvement mo, but if you have that improvement na consistent, kahit maliit lang yan, no? Naiipon kasi yan along the way. That is what I think Daphne did. No, sabi niya, Karina mention is like talaga she makes sure na nakapag-aral siya on a daily basis. That's true. Kasi for example, no, you're improving kahit like 1% lang per day and in 1 year, 'di ba? Inipon yan kahit isang 1% lang na yan on a daily basis. Ilang 1% yan at the end of the year? Or like for example, at the end of each cycle, ilang 1% yun? Ang dami, di ba? So, I do understand that most of you are trying to catch up with the lessons kasi nga syempre that's the way we should do. We need to catch up. But then again, at some point kasi hindi siya feasible kasi we have practicalities in life tulad we have work, we have other responsibilities as a reviewing. So siguro focus on the quality and not on the quantity. If you think that you need more time to review, huwag kayo magmadali. Ayan. Anyway, Ma'am Pao is here. Hello, Ma'am Pao. Good evening.
Hello, Miss Daphne. Hello there. Congratulations
Thank
for
you
passing the
po.
exam. Hello po. Nice to see you na finally ito na nasa Hope Talk ka na. And I'm
Yes.
really pleased and honored talaga na after you inform me you passed the exam, no. I was really happy, no, after I received your message like finally ito na. This is it. Anyway, thank you for sharing your experiences also, ma'am, and your testimony on what you've been through with preparing for your NCLEX and until the day you took the exam also and passing it.
Thank you din po, ma'am.
Ayan. Si ano no, si Sir Ralph. Let's siguro, let's hear some things from Sir Ralph. No? Ma'am Pao, yung fiancé niya is student natin. Andito ngayon. Si Jowa. Ayan. So,
Oh!
nasa na si nasa na si Sir Ralph, no? Let's hear some words from him. It's interesting. Sir Ralph, Sir Cal, can you let Sir Ralph speak? Let's hear some words from the fiancé naman.
Oh,
Ayan.
that's so sweet.
Oh. Asa na si fiancé? Asa na? Any words for the jowa? Ayan.
Of course, ayun, sobrang proud ko sa kanya. And actually, hindi na ako masyado nag-expect. She's really that, very masipag. Masipag talaga siya. Sinasabayan ko lang siya sa studies ko. I mean, alam mo yon, she was like setting the bar high and sa point of view ko, parang, oh no, I need to do something about it. Kasi me as a person, I'm not that studious eh. Pero alam mo yun, parang opposite kami. Ako sobrang lenient ko. Though I see to it that every day nagsa-study ako and team replay talaga ako. ganun, hindi na ako masyado nag-expect kay Duff na alam ko talaga papasa siya. Ayun, sana ako din. Pero yun nga, I don't just wish na sana ako rin, but I see to it na kaya ko din yan. Kumbaga, study lang ng study. Kahit 1%, ganyan, 2%. Mga small
Mm.
progress is still a progress for me. Kaya, ayun.
Mm.
Nagpapaturo din ako
Ayan.
sa kanya sa mga bagay din.
So, eto na, no? I mean, Daph has already achieved her NCLEX goals naman. So, what are you looking forward to for her naman? Ayan. So, in words, for the future, for her.
For her, sana makamit niya yung mga goals niya in life. Nandito lang naman ako, laging full support. Kumbaga, lagi naman niya ako number one fan pag sa mga ganyan eh. Through achievements, small or big, nandyan lang ako. Kumbaga, if you need something to lean on, nandito ako. Kahit may
Oh,
mga instances sa mga studies na medyo magulo sa part like sa OR, ganyan, mga med-surg, nag-help din ako, nagko-contribute ako kahit alam niya na din to, but for her to refresh yung mga concepts na gantong bagay. Kumbaga kasi more on ano ako sa med-surg at mahina ako sa MCN na kung saan yun yung specialty niya. Yan, kumbaga give and take. Yan lang yung ano namin.
mm.
Yeah, we help each other out.
Yun. Thank you, Sir Ralph, no? Nakakilig din naman paano sabi niya, he'll always be her
Yes.
number one fan. Oh, ang cute
Exactly.
naman. Sana all na lang ako nito, Mampaw. Anyway.
You guys will go places. You, the
Oh.
ma'am and your fiance, you guys will go places kahit saan man kayo magpunta. Kasi, especially here, it's just me and my spouse. You guys remind me of me and my spouse, how we started NLEX. So Ralph, for some reason, my husband's name is Ralph also. So what a coincidence, no? So my
Yeah.
husband was the one he's the pusher talaga. Even though my scores were like low when I first started NCLEX, no, he was like, no, I trust you, kaya mo yan, you can do it. Parang, it's really the guy who will give the push talaga. So I'm glad you guys, you guys have that chemistry and that teamwork that will really, really, you guys, kaya sabi ko, you guys will go places talaga. Everywhere you go, kasi you guys have the right teamwork, no? Just keep it up. It's a very, very healthy relationship. You guys are not competing with each other. Nobody's like, oh, I'm better because I'm better than this and he's better than that. Then you guys are, simulan na away ba? But you guys are like, no, you're good with that. Help me with that. So this is my weak part. So tulungan mo ako. So you guys have that kind of bond. So
Yes, ma'am.
nakakatuwa, nakakilig nga.
Ang
Sir Mark,
cute. Oh,
it's
kasi
my
mo
first
pa,
time
no?
it's my first time seeing na couple sa
Oh,
talk. Oh, sana in the
ang
future may ganun
cute.
ulit tayo. I really love this.
Yes. Yeah, ang cute, no? And kanina nga pa, no, while we're starting the Hope Talk is nag-chat agad yun si Sir Ralph na proud fiance. So really
Oh,
can feel yung
and
niya, no, yung enthusiasm niya for
exactly.
Daphne. And then, may tayo sabi ni Ma'am Pao, no, that you'll go places, no? Tulad ni Ma'am Pao, no? I'm a fan of their, travel pics ni Sir Ralph naman. Ang cute-cute nila, Ma'am Pao. They travel together. So, I
Yeah.
always, talagang kung nila love yung mga story nila, Ma'am Pao, kasi
Oh,
it's always nice to see couples na ganito na,
yes.
yun nga, ayun, started sa mga ganito,
Yes.
study, aral, and then, so,
Oh.
Daph and Ralph, no, stay inspired and stay in love. Yun, coming from a
Yes.
single person. Joke lang.
Oh, and also coming from a point of view from us in the US, it's just me and my spouse. We have no kids. So the way we
Mm.
started our lives here, it's just parang it's a give and take. It's a give and take talaga. So you guys will do the same thing when you guys get here. So especially you, Ralph, when you pass your exam. So I believe Ma'am Daphne will also come with us for the Hope Talk, ha? We also expect you, Ma'am, to talk again. Anyways po, yun.
Ayan, thank you, Sir Ralph. I mean, for sure, no, we'll be doing this again sa mga susunod na buwan. Tapos si Daphne naman yung magbibigay sa iyo ng
Oh,
message kasi nakapasahan
oh,
na, no? I-manifest na natin
cute.
yan. Di ba?
That's
Tapos,
cute.
baka kami naman pa ulit yung mag-host ng Hope Talk noon, no?
Oo.
You keep on inspiring people with stories like this, no? Nakakatuwa. Ayun. Anyway, before we let go of of DAP, so of course, no, meron tayong pa token, ang ating certificate naman. So, Daffy we're happy to provide you and give you with this NCLEX certificate. So, we're giving this for successfully passing the NCLEX. And yeah, this is a proof that you're a safe nurse based on this USA standards of nursing. So this is signed by me and Sir J. And congrats again, Daph, and really welcome to the family. No, she's part of the coaching team naman tayo. So Daph, any thoughts for your classmates in words of encouragement for them before we let you go? Kasi for sure, marami kang words of encouragement to your students, but for the general audience, any thoughts for them and words?
Just pray, guys. I know you can do it. I believe na yung mga hindi nakakapasa, it is because they don't have proper preparation. And I believe since nandito kayo sa IBAS ngayon, you really need to take this opportunity to really prepare yourself physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, sama nyo din yan. And pag naman po sa kayo mabawi niyo yan. And if you pray, make sure it is very specific. Kasi ako, ang prayer ko before, kahit naman ngayon, my prayer is laging eksakto, talagang time-bounded. So, bago ako mag-exam nun, I always pray na before, during, after my examination, Lord, hanggang sa makauwi ako sa bahay, make me safe, and sana lahat ng questions na lalabas dun sa exam is masagutan ko ng tama. Ganun, ganun po yung prayer ko. And if hindi ko man napag-aralan yung question na yon, ituro niyo po sa akin kung ano yung right answer. And talagang sinabi ko talaga, Lord, this October 2023, I will be USRM. And guide me on October 16. Talagang pati yung time sinabi ko sa prayer ko. Yeah, be specific. Kasi yun po yung turo sa akin before nung priest namin, kasi galing din ako sa Catholic school. You make it specific kasi si God hindi naman siya manghuhula kung ano bang gusto mo. Kunyari nag-pray ka, Lord, ipasa mo ako. So kailan? Kailan mo ba gustong pumasa? So, di ba? So, you make it specific. And yun nga po, sabi nga ng tita ko, who is also a nurse, yung kinento ko kanina, it's either a yes or not yet. Okay. Yes, kung pumasa ka, it's your time. It's your time. So the opportunity will never miss. I mean, you will never miss what's meant for you, and what's meant for you will never pass you by. So ganun siya. Kung hindi mo naman na-achieve, yun, kunyari, you're asking yourself, bakit ngayon, fifth attempt ko na, seventh attempt ko na, meron po kasi akong kilala na nakailang take na siya ng exam. Gamitin mo yung assessment. Magaling tayo dyan mga nurses. You assess yourself. Bakit ka nga ba bumabagsak? How do you prepare? Nung mga first, second, third, fourth, fifth attempt mo, what did you do? So kung hindi effective yon, you need to have a backup plan. Hanggang sa meron kang backup A, backup B, backup C, hanggang maubos yung alphabet, you really need to do your best. And nakita ko nga po kanina dito bago mag-start yung ating Hope Talk. Nakalagay doon kanina dito sa screen natin. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Which is very timely. So, hanggat hindi mo pa na-achieve yung talagang goal mo, don't stop. May times kasi God is redirecting us kasi mas safe tayo doon sa place na yun. Kumbaga, ito yung plan mo. Like sa akin, ang daming delays na nangyari. But those delays is dire-redirect ka niya. Same naman yung pupuntahan natin. It's just that kailangan mo munang kumaliwa, kailangan mo munang kumanan, kasi yun yung better way. Yun yung nakikita ni God para sa atin. And, ayun, try your best, guys, to, use Pomodoro. Pomodoro really helped me. Kayo na bahala kung paano nyo siya i-adjust kasi the default is 20 minutes review, 5 minutes break. Kasi yun sa akin, yun nga, matatansya nyo sa sarili nyo what works for you. Kasi sa akin nangyari, like 30 minutes review, 30 minutes break din. Basta matapos nyo, at least 4 hours kayo na review every day. Kung makaka 4 hours kayo, you can have like 1 to 2 days off ng review. But if you cannot, since may work ka, meron kang inaasikasong anak, or any chores or responsibilities at home, try to review like every day talaga. Kasi kaya ako sinabing everyday, kahit 10 minutes lang na manood ka. It's because sa akin, pag halimbawa today, hindi ako nag-review, kinabukasan tatamarin na ako mag-review. Parang, ayoko na ulit mag-review. Parang gusto ko na lang mag-relax. So, yon. And gusto ko na din po, I'll take the chance to give thanks to God kasi alam niya po yung mga sacrifices ko and hardships sa family ko, kay Tita Beth, as well as my fiance, nasa likod ko. My close friends for unconditional love and support. I also wanted to express my heartfelt gratitude for IPAS. So IPAS treated us like family, and Mom Jamie for believing in me and for all the coaching sessions we had that boost my self-confidence in taking my exam. Sir Jay for answering my PM sa Messenger if I have questions regarding concepts. Sabi niya, magkita daw kami sa Boracay soon. Mag-iipon daw siya ulit. For Ma'am Pau po, for the short one-on-one coaching before and for the tips, and she encouraged me to use La Charity. Guys, you use La Charity. It's very helpful. But I advise to use it like 2 months before their exam kasi ang La Charity is mahirap siya. And 3 weeks before exam ko kasi siya ginamit, and para akong na-down ako kasi yung mga scores ko compared sa UWorld, mababa siya. So, pero it will really help you with a prioritization, guys. And SATA, yung mga arranging of procedures, ganyan. And to Ma'am Rosana for encouraging words and wisdom. She knows that I will really pass down. Yung sabi niya sa akin. Kay Ma'am Hyacinth, is one of my inspirations on how she teach her students. Gusto ko yung method of teaching niya. I hope I can do it as well soon. And kay Sir Ryan, Team Milo, Team Teng Teng Teng, and Team Nina Nina, with all the fun lectures with you po. Thank you so much, Sir Jeno. Babawi po ako sa mga coaching sessions soon. And for Sir Mark, thank you po for having me as one of the ad hoc coaches. Sir Emil, napapagtanungan ko din po siya sa mga concepts. Kay Sir Sylvester, and all of the IPAS coaches, my clinical instructors po when I was still in college. Si Ma'am Rachel po, Ma'am Rachel Olivar, hope to meet you soon po. Kay Sir Justin, Sir Mark, Sir Vin, Sir Kin, and Sir Kyle. And sa lahat po, yun. Thank you so much po for being part of our success, IPAS. And you will really pass with IPAS po. Yun. Thank you po.